Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be talking about the Oculus Quest 2 and if you should get one in 2020/2021 and all about the good and the bad. So yeah, just watch the whole video so you guys know if you want to get one or not. So there's quite a bit of good. It's cheap, but it has its problems. So the Oculus Quest 2 was released in October 13 of this year. There was two models, the 64 gigabyte and the 256 gigabyte. 64 went for $299 and the 256 went for $399. So the 64 gigabyte was actually $100 cheaper from the first Oculus Quest that released a while back, but it came around with the same amount of storage, 64. So if you're thinking that's a problem or not, I'll give you a hint here. It's the fact that if you use a lot of VR and you play a ton of content and you have big games on there, 64 still shouldn't be a problem because it's also, if you play PC VR, it definitely won't be a problem because most of your games will be on PC anyway. But I got myself the 256 just in case because I do like to download a lot of stuff on my Quest and I like to have like movies and stuff saved for later. So yeah, that's why I got the 256. So it has the 90 hertz screen. It started at 72 hertz when it first came out, but there has been quite a few updates. So now it supports 90 hertz on the base screen on the home menu, and it does support it 90 hertz in some games. So there's a good amount of games in the Oculus Quest home. If you look around, there aren't all the games from the Oculus Quest like you see on the PC VR side of it. There are some of them are missing because they aren't supported, or the Oculus Quest 2 just isn't able to run on there. So which makes sense because the Oculus Quest 2 is a mobile headset, so obviously you won't be able to run something as good as your computer can run. Makes sense. And so there's also hand tracking. But if you guys seen it, it's actually pretty cool. You held up your hands, no controls or anything, and you can actually play different games. There's stuff available for you guys to try it out and see how it moves. There is a little bit of a delay when you try to move your hands, but you can kind of get used to it, and it's pretty cool. Just try out. Now on to the next point. The Oculus Quest 2 doesn't have any cables that you have to keep attached to it. It's completely wire free, which is one of the main selling points of these headsets that they're coming out with. The reason it being is because once to be just tied down, you want to be able to move around freely, room scale, right? And that's the whole main marketing of it. It's no strings attached. Basically, it can be used for PC. You can plug it into just a really good, powerful computer and play Steam VR games or the Oculus actual home games. Because when you use Oculus Link cable, it has to be a 3.0 USB-C, or they made one an Oculus Link cable, but it is like around $80, so a little bit on the price side, but it's a decent cable. I bought one myself, and it doesn't get as tangled as one that I bought from eBay. That's pretty cheap. I feel like, I don't know, it's made from a better material, but yeah. So when you plug it into the PC, what you're gonna get is you're gonna get your Oculus Home. It's gonna pop up. It's gonna log you into your Facebook account. You're gonna see the whole Oculus Home, but the PC side, so not the Oculus Quest side of things. And then from there, you can choose to launch different apps, or you can choose to launch Steam VR if you have it installed. And from there, that's where kind of most people go on, because the Oculus with the Steam VR is a big hit because there's so many games that are supported by the Oculus Quest. So you'll be able to get into pretty much any games that the other different headsets are supported in and play the same games with a really good headset. And speaking of which, so what's been improved from the headset is that it has 50% more pixels at 1832 by 1920, so no screen door effect. If you know what that is, it's kind of like looking through a screen door. You see the little lines, it's a little LEDs. It kind of takes away from the experience. It makes it less immersive. There's 6 gigabytes of RAM, so it may not seem like much, but it's just enough to get you by for most of the stuff that you're going to be running. What I do kind of fear is that it's gonna kind of get pretty old within the next year or two, because how technology keeps evolving, stuff keeps getting better. It'll kind of degrade a little bit, or not necessarily degrade, more like everything will start getting faster and faster, and then it'll feel like the Oculus Quest 2 will be left in the dust. I know it has the new XR2 chip, but stuff can get very improved really quick, as you've seen. So I mean, those are some good points. Also, the controllers, those batteries on them, I've had the same new batteries. I've had them for a month. Those things last a really long time. They are really good with battery life. I don't know how they did it, but it seems like it's like very low power usage, but they work really great. So I'm really good. I'm really happy about that. So now onto the bads. So the battery life is like only 2.5 hours, which is for me that's decent. But when you're playing, you don't notice that time is passing by really fast, and so like you tend to kind of just go overboard, and then next thing you know, oh, it tells you that your headset only has 10%. So like, oh well, now you got to charge again, and it takes a bit to charge it. If you So with the charger that came, it takes about an hour and something for it to charge. So it kind of sucks, but it's what happens to try to get this small battery packed into this thing. But it uses a lot of the battery really fast. So the Oculus Quest only has 3 IPD settings, which kind of sucks because I wish it had more of a range, because that way more and more people could use it. But the range that it does have with the IPD settings is pretty good for the most people on average. That they should be fine with one of those 3 settings. The straps on it, they kind of suck, to be honest. They're white and they get dirty really fast, and they're not that comfortable, I gotta say. I mean, for me, they're decent, but obviously they could be better. It's just like kind of a stretchy material, and it gets dirty really fast. It sucks. The audio, which comes out from the side pieces on the headset, is decent, but it's just I have to set it to max volume to get the best audio, and it's so I wish I would just have like a headset on that could pair with it, which sucks. Bring down to my next point. It does not have Bluetooth pairing for heads. It has Bluetooth for other things, but not for for like headsets and audio and stuff, which doesn't make sense. I wish they would just add that feature. It would really make a difference to have any earbuds or headphones you want and just pop them on. But it does have aux cord on the left side, like right next to the charger, which you can plug in random headphones in. That works well. That's what I would stick to if I were you. But yeah, the foam on it, the one that it comes by default, it sucks pretty bad, because let's say you're playing Beat Saber or like a really intensive workout game, you're gonna sweat a lot, and so all that sweat gets where it accumulates on your forehead, and then it comes down to that foam pad, and it just sucks, because trying to dry that out and clean it sucks. So I definitely recommend getting like a silicone pad. You can buy one of those online. They're really cheap for the Oculus Quest. That's why I got on mine, because it's just a quick wipe and then you can keep going. But yeah, I definitely hated having the foam pad. So yeah, other than the fact that for one, it's like white, so it can get really dirty all over. There is a strap, an elite strap you can get from Oculus, but I've heard some issues, and I've actually seen some of them break pretty easily from the sides. I guess that must be a manufacturing type thing, but it seems like it can break, and kind of sucks. The lift strap can come with a battery pack. It adds a little bit of extra life. I don't know how much, but it's pretty pricey. If you look it up, I don't recommend getting. I recommend getting like a third party strap somewhere. That it's way better and cheaper. Also, the main problem with this is the Facebook account thing. The fact that you have to have a Facebook account tied to like your real name, your real identity, and stuff like that. Which sucks, because it seems like you don't have any privacy, right? Why don't you want to have like let's say you random gamer tag, like okay, whenever any of us have made like a random Xbox or PlayStation account, you just had a random gamer tag on there, right? You never had any of your real name. I mean, unless you wanted to, but most of the time you didn't. And so that's what made it kind of fun, because you could just smack talk in the lobbies and nobody will know who you are. It's just that's what I kind of liked. And but it sucks, because and now everything has to be tied to your real account or your real name. So if you don't have your actual name on there, it sucks, because let's say if you get found out by Facebook that that's not your real name, which they do verifications to see if that's actually you, you can lose your account, which means you'll lose your account, your games on it, and you lose access to that quest. So basically becomes a paperweight. So if you've seen some stories around, it sucks. People lose all their stuff, the stuff that they bought, it's not there anymore. They can't use the Quest, which sucks. It's definitely sucks, and I really think they should change it. So yeah, there's all the goods and the bads about the Quest. I'm gonna put up some gameplay of me playing. And like playing Beat Saber. I'm playing Pavlov with a side quest app. So if you guys don't know what side quest is, definitely look it up. You guys should really get it. It basically makes it so you can install third-party apps from people making VR games and such. Some of them are paid, some of them are free, but it's definitely worth a try. You can also get, I think it's PC desktop, where you can use the headset without connecting it to the computer over Wi-Fi. It works really great. I don't have a Wi-Fi 6 router, but I heard it definitely works a lot better with one. But from my experience, even with just 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, it works really great. I can play, like, let's say Half-Life Alyx or Beat Saber from my computer, and it works really great. There's not that much latency, and it looks just as good. You guys should definitely give that a try. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. If you guys really like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you around.